What's going on, Bird Gang? Philly Carnage here, back, episode 3 of the Houston Texans franchise. As we remember, going back from last year, we finished 6-10, finished bottom dwellers of the AFC South. Absolutely horrible. Down year for everybody. Deshaun Watson didn't even eclipse 4,000 yards, 27-13 touchdown to interception ratio. Derike King got in a few times, really didn't do anything. Rushing, Marlon Mack, under 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. Miles Sanders with almost 8 and 9. So, honestly, I forgot we got him in free agency. I believe so. So that's going to be a new face this year to the team. So here we are at pick number 6. We know defensive end, like our biggest need on the team. So continuing off of last episode, Desmond Evans out of North Carolina, pretty solid combine. Could be that option along with Miles Murphy, who I personally think is the better option. He's already a scheme fit. He's mid first. We can kind of see, we're at the 6. So what are the offers right now? We could trade back and to the 18. No, none of these are actually a really trade back for the most part. We could trade back all the way to 28 with New England. So, kind of just looking at it, we got the 6th pick. It's episode 3. We might actually look at trading back something. But I have no idea. So let me, go behind the scenes a little bit, and we'll see if we can figure out something. That way we can fall possibly mid and still recoup a couple more draft picks. All right, so we couldn't really find a trade. So, we're just going to go Miles Murphy, 77 overall, hidden dev out of Clemson, power rusher, 6'5", 276. General stats looks absolutely fantastic. And hopefully he can come in and play a big part on our defensive line. With our 2nd round pick, we got Julian Barnett, 73 overall, hidden dev. Unknown what college he went to. But, 6'2", 198, 22 years old. The scheme is a man-to-man. 94 speed and 94 acceleration. So, hopefully he can, improve the secondary with Dante Jackson. Roby, Crossan, the rest of the guys. Pick 3, we go on the defense, bringing in Jordan Battle. So far it's been a defensive draft. Strong safety out of Alabama, 73 overall, hidden dev. So far we're 3 for 3. Can't really beat it. Again, 90 speed, 90 acceleration as a safety. That'll play huge on this defense. 4 for 4. Something's broken. We got Austin Stogner out of Oklahoma, vertical threat, 6'6", 260. 22 years old, 70 overall, hidden dev, 84 speed, 82 catching. His short route, sitting 71, not terrible. 75 catching traffic is, what really kind of makes it for him. Really need to work on that run block and the pass. Definitely a pass block. He's, honestly kind of more of the Zach Ertz build, just a little heavier. A little bit of draft recap. We know the first 4 picks, all hidden devs. We went Brenton Cox, 67 overall, right end, most likely. Going to probably move him over to the left. Tremont Morris Brash, right outside linebacker out of UCF, 66 overall. And then, we needed a punter. So in the 7th round, we took Austin McNamara. He was the tallest punter, which, from what I've noticed, is typically the best way to draft him. You get the best punter kicker, you know, 74 overall, pretty much 6'4, 182, 22 years old, 96 kick power. So here we go to start off season 3. We're an 82 overall, 85 offense, 80 defense. Let's take a quick look at the team. We got Deshaun Watson, our lone superstar throughout the entire team. Even just X Factor at that. Because I don't think we have any X Factors on the defense. But offensive line slowly coming along. Would be nice to get, a left guard center. We still got Brandon Cooks, Will Fuller, and Isaiah Coulter there as our number 3 wide receiver. Defense, we got Murphy up there in the starting role, which, Cox is currently sitting at a 67, which that's fine. He can, kind of rock down there. Akia is a star, Connolly, and we got Barnett as well that, we're going to bump him up. Have him run as, the number 3 corner on the team battle here as well. But, we're just going to keep him up there at the safety position and special teams just to get some more reps. We're going to move Barnett up to our kick return and punt returner. We'll take a look at the specialist. All right, yeah. So I got to go through the actual depth chart here to fix this, but Marlon Mack, he is not going to be, our every down back. I want Miles Sanders in there as well. All right, so Marlon Mack does fit the power back scheme slightly better than Miles Sanders. So taking on the Colts week 1. And, it'd be nice to come out strong with a victory, and we lose 27-24 as we get to take on the 0-1 Baltimore Ravens here. Week 2, we get a victory. We come in clutch 35-21. So we're starting out 500 through the first 2 weeks, which honestly isn't terrible for the amount of youth that we have on this team.
Win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Now the first carry here for Philip.
Really? That's not how we want to start this game. We decided we were going to come in here against Miami. Try to get above 500 at least once this episode. And Philip Lindsay goes for 16 yards. Still no pressure from our defensive line, but don't know who. Lonnie Johnson able to hit him there at the line of scrimmage, and then the rest of the guys able to come in and finish off the tackle as they run the ball once again. All right, so Philip Lindsay just on this drive, 21 yards as Tua gets to face a 3rd and 5. Can we get him off the field? We finally got a little bit of pressure, and we got him to drop the ball. We get the first look at our offense coming up. Whoop, I screwed up. Fantastic. So I went and clicked on to the punt returner, which by the time he actually got back there, I clicked fair catch, and we get to start this game off at the 1-yard line. Need to add, some sort of breathing room here. So we're going to start off the game with a simple run with Marlon Mack to gain 5 yards. And we threw the pick. Damn it. Not how we wanted to start. Eric Rowe, former Eagle, former Patriot, comes up with the interception to end the first drive for the Houston Texans. Oh, Miles Murphy. Miles Murphy comes in there, gives the little bull rush, but unable to get to him prior to, Tua getting that ball off.
That's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it. That's when the great ones know.
Yeah. Run the zone. Unfortunately, we did not have a hard flat over on that side of the field. Miami gets in for 6. All right, so I did not have this unpaused. Probably missed one of the best moments of my YouTube career. We had a wide open run for Deshaun Watson to, take it in or score to just tie the ball game up. Unfortunately, we hit the line of scrimmage, and we were just going to showboat. We were going to take it in, dance on them, score, but Deshaun Watson threw the ball to Epps, which he caught it. He was able to, score on the play, but we got flagged for an illegal forward pass as we just forced the incompletion there on the little screen pass. All right, call the timeout. But we were able to score then on 2 plays later on a little flat route to Miles Sanders, giving him his first touchdown as a Houston Texan.
And now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Flush to his right.
Ooh, Epps. Epps going up over top, able to grab that ball and bring it down as time is starting to expire. Let's just run. Let's just get out of bounds. Save our 2 timeouts. Oh, no. Deshaun Watson just got injured on the play. That is not good. Afc King is now in. He's in control. Hopefully, it's just a small little stinger or something for Deshaun Watson. And we get sacked. No. Man, I can't believe Deshaun Watson got injured. And we had him, but we got to throw that ball away on 2nd and 2. Afc King, 0 for 2. Granted, the one was a Hail Mary attempt right before halftime. Give the ball off. Marlon Mack pick up the first down. Who knows, at this rate, we might just have to 100% rely on the ground game. Afc King, oh, just sailed the ball for a pick 6. Miles Sanders, go. Miles Sanders having a very good game. 5 for 45. Like I said, we're going to have to rely on this running game because Afc King does not have an arm. I mean, he does. If you guys haven't, be sure to check out the New Orleans Saints rebuild that I just completed. and you will see what I mean as we got our tight end Epps on the Miami slant. Enrique King now 1 for 5, 27 yards, and an interception. Just really just trying to hit some easy passes for him as again we might have Epps. We do for Enrique King's first passing touchdown of his NFL career.
All those things. In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting.
All right, well, if Enrique King can't throw the ball, we at least know he's got the speed as Kyle Van Noy goes down on the play. Miami's linebackers are starting to get thin as Jerome Baker went down earlier in the game. So we need a touchdown. We need to extend this lead. I'm not comfortable with a 3-point lead, especially if it comes down to us having to throw the ball with Enrique King. So check out this little slant cheese, see if we can hit it. We got the linebacker dropping down, but we got to throw that ball away. And now Van Ginkel goes down on the play. Don't know what Miami's training staff is doing over there, but they are dropping like flies. I like this play. Like the fact that Brandon Cooks could be open, but he's not. Enrique King's going to run and get the touchdown.
Touchdown a moment ago. They work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now a dump off here complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down
at the 42-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Able to get that coverage sack. Our rookie safety, that's what I like to see, coming in there at the sub. Linebacker Murphy able to hold his guy long enough to force the sack on the play. As we got battle here once again. They run the screen pass. Is that Reed? I think that was able to chase him down and force a 3rd and 18.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball.
As we need a stop here. They run another screen. Battle gets over there. They went for it on 4th down last time. So it really should be no different going forward at 4th and 10. Biggest difference was it was 4th and 1 last time.
And we've got a one-score game.
Here we go, 4th and 10. We need to protect these sticks. Hopefully we can get another coverage sack here. Oh, he dropped it. We got a solid hit on Mike Gesicki to give us the ball back under 2 minutes. So Miami's going to end up burning their timeouts. And hopefully we're going to come out of here with the victory as Marlon Mack picks up a strong gain of 6, I believe. Yes, it was 6. We're facing a 2nd and 4. So it's just going to come down to running this clock. That's all we got to do. That's the goal. And we can't get the first down, so Miami burns their 2nd timeout. It all comes down to this. Luckily, it doesn't. But then again, I am the worst kicker on YouTube. So if I had to kick it, I'd be sweating over here just because I know I would most likely miss it. But we were able to pick up that first down. And we're just going to keep running it, keep adding to our ground attack as Miles Sanders is now 6'47". All right, so we got the victory, 28-14. Now it's the moment of truth. Deshaun Watson out for 6. weeks, he'll be back. Week 9, as we now get to rock with Derike King. So we did go out and sign a backup quarterback now that Deshaun Watson is out for at least 6 weeks. We went and we brought in Josh Rosen, 26 years old, 65 overall, serviceable backup. Uh, haven't decided. We'll see, which one we actually want to start. So we're facing Atlanta and the Bengals. So, we'll let Derike King start against Atlanta, and then we'll throw in Josh Rosen week 5 against the Bengals, and then we'll see whichever one does better. We'll keep them as a starter. Brandon Cooks upset he didn't get the ball that much. He only had 1 catch, 14 yards, I believe, and that was before Deshaun Watson went out with that torn abdominal muscle. So here we are. We got Houston against Atlanta. And we get a 28-24 victory. See if Brandon Cooks is happy. All right. He gets that 500 boost and a +5 morale. And then, like I said, we wanted to go. Oh, we had a new injury. Lonnie Johnson, torn bicep, out for 9 weeks. Good thing we have, the rookie that we drafted to take his place. So, like I said, Derike King was able to get a victory. So now we're going to check out Josh Rosen, see if he can handle business here against Cincinnati. And then we'll check the stats of the 2 games and compare the 2 quarterbacks. So with Josh Rosen starting as quarterback, we take a huge 31-6 loss. Deshaun Watson has the opportunity to come back early, but his ratings would drop severely. So we're going to continue to start the backup, and just looking at it right there, whenever it comes to win-loss, we're able to pull out the victory with Derike King, and we couldn't do it with Josh Rosen. So looking at the stats for the quarterbacks, we had Derike King, 260, 3 touchdowns. Rushing, Derike King added 14 yards. Now looking to see what Josh Rosen was able to do, 216, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and 2 for 10. So, I mean, I don't know. Was it the defense? What was it? But a 3 touchdown performance. We're going to have to go and stick with Derike King. Keep at least somewhat of the same build with Deshaun Watson with the ability to run the ball as we take on the 3-2 Buccaneers this week. And we come out victorious once again. So, Derike King has been fairly solid. Looking at the draft board, pretty much we've looked at all the linebackers so far. We know we need linemen. Defensive tackle, still not 100% sold on what we have. Be nice to bring in a true number 1 receiver, I guess. Say running back, we're good. But yeah, definitely got to scout out the offensive line, defensive tackles, just to have a better idea of what is truly out there. Corner is another need that we need to focus on, as we have an opportunity for a breakout player. Isaiah Coulter has the chance to go up to a star dev here against the Titans here in week 7. We did get that victory, so we can upgrade our guys. Curious, Derike King and Rosen both get a chance to go up to a 66 overall. And we're facing, like I said, the 2-4 Titans, now the 2-5. We got the victory. And Isaiah Coulter was unable to come out with the dev trait for the game. We're sitting 5-2. All right, Miles Murphy is now an 80 overall. Last 3 weeks, he's gotten a total of 2 upgrades. Week 8, we'll hit the scouting, and then we'll sim this game somewhere week 13, 14. We'll come in and we'll get some more gameplay. That way we can get Deshaun Watson back in action. So we suffered a loss to Jacksonville at our bye week, and now we have a chance for DeAndre Square to go up to, I believe, a star dev. Not 100% sure, but it would be nice to get our right outside linebacker there. Check out contracts that we have coming up. Laramie Tunzel, 91 overall. We want to retain our offensive lineman, at least 3 out of the 5. He wants some more money. We'll hammer out a deal there. McKinney's gone. Really, actually, let's start on this end. These guys, they'll be out of there. Greenyard hasn't been terrible. John Reed, he's gonna be gone. Max Sharping, most likely retain him. Maybe Coulter, Fairbairn, 29. We can always use a late draft round for that. Ross Bratlock, it's nice to have depth there. Very cheap deal. Let's try to at least lock him up for 3. And we got him. So at least we've hit on 1. Crossan has been pretty solid for us. Might as well just keep him for the remainder. Got to keep him. Like I said, McKinney's gone. Brandon Cooks, let's say 7 touchdowns. 6. No. 750. Sounds reasonable. All right, so we're taking on divisional rival Indianapolis Colts with a chance for a dev trait. We get a 22-21 victory. Not the performance that DeAndre Square wanted. He does not go up a dev trait. So sitting 6-3 isn't terrible. Deshaun Watson is back. He was able to come back week 9 during the bye week. And like I said, we're going to come in here and we're going to make sure that we lock up Laramie Tunzel. Contract length is good. So he wants a little more money. Let's bump him up to 9. Yeah, we'll just keep it 7-8 million over 4 years. He's happy. We got him re-signed. So that is one position that we don't have to work. As here in week 11, we get to take on the 11. Yeah. They were, I forget exactly what they were, but we got the 34-28 victory. And we had a player of the week, Deshaun Watson, coming out, throwing the ball 48 times, 400 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, got an interception once, got intercepted and sacked once. And, we're able to get the victory. Lonnie Johnson is back. Big boost to that defense as we got the Carolina Panthers, another divisional game here. So coming out with a victory here would be very, very good for the squad to improve to 8. We suffer 16-14 loss. And all right. So we're gonna sim this game against the Titans. Get the 34-10 victory. We got a breakout player scenario on the defense. Kia has the chance to go up to a superstar. We got to hold the Browns to less than 75 yards or get him 2 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, 2 TFLs, or 2 sacks. So, with that, as I stated earlier, we are going to come into this game against the Browns. Get a little more gameplay with Deshaun Watson and try to get him his superstar.
That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit. That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call.
No. Nick Chubb able to break away for 30 yards. First play of the game, we were able to get a sack. And then from there, he's been able just to do his thing. We have no tackles for, our defensive tackle that we're trying to hit that dev trait. As we were able to get in the backfield that time, but they picked us up on the trap. Go, Epps. Go. 33 yards. First passing play.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started.
So here we go at the 27-yard line. Should have Epps here on the little slant. We do, but who's that? Ronnie Harrison able to smack him enough to make him drop that ball. They don't have man coverage on Will Fuller. Bubble screen in play as we hit Will Fuller there, able to pick up 6 yards on the play, setting up a 3rd and 4. We'll just keep trying to do something with this, as the Browns were unable to kick and make a field goal as we get stuffed. Only a gain of 1, and we got to kick a field goal and settle for 3. What the hell was that? Deshaun Watson in the process of getting hit, and Crumdy able to get the pick. We were unable to successfully, run the screen pass, and the defensive lineman was there just to pick us off. Don't know who the hell their quarterback is. Cunningham? All right. Able to pick up 9 yards on that play. They were running a screen, and we're able to sniff it out. Able to hold them. Well, actually give them a loss of 5 on that play. Nick Chubb hasn't been able to do much, which is good. And I got the screen the wrong way. There's Nick Chubb out of the backfield. I was unable to fix the camera angle. All right, camera angle's fixed. We need to get a stop. Just throws it away. Okay. Got to remember, so we can get our superstar dev, we at least need to hold them to under 75 yards rushing. If we can do that, that's great. As Chubb runs left, no gain. So we can't give up 40 more yards on the ground. So as long as we just keep it up, good. Surprised he didn't break out, as now we got a running quarterback. Gains 15, so not even 40 yards. Great. Forgot about that too. Quarterbacks count. Go Miles. Go Miles. Able to have one hell of a game by Miles Sanders. 34 yards on first down, as Houston is now over 1,500 rushing yards on the season. Miles, go. Miles Garrett tackles Miles Sanders after another large run. Miles Sanders now up over 500 yards on the day, as it's time to Never mind, Miles Sanders is still in, but they don't have man coverage there on Will Fuller. So we got the little bubble screen once again. Pretty much we've been majestically moving this ball down the field and, just chewing clock. So we keep the ball the longer. That means that's less time that they have to gain, rushing yards.
On second down now, it's Mack, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard.
Our big, goal was to hold them under 75 rushing yards or get Akia, his 2 fumbles, 2 sacks, 2 TFLs, whatnot. So we got 13-6 victory. Check to see if we got him his dev trait. All right, we held him under 75 yards. We now have a superstar on defense. So, fantastic at that point. Lonnie Johnson, as stated earlier, is now back. All right, so we got the victory over the Las Vegas Raiders. We did have another injury that we suffered. Marlon Mack is out for 4 weeks as we face the 5-9 Jacksonville Jaguars. We come out, we get the big 31-7 victory. Our guys are improving nicely. And 8-7 Pittsburgh Steelers. We lose 28-24. General manager wants to talk. Not thrilled about the loss, but we punched our ticket to the playoffs. We got to run the gauntlet as we finished 11-5, and we get to face off against the 9-7 Los Angeles Chargers. Got to get this into the little Excel spreadsheet. And 5. Unsure if we won the division. So let's check that out. We able to come in clutch, win our second divisional title here in the Houston Texans rebuild, by a slight margin. 10-6, the Colts finished right behind us, as Jacksonville and Tennessee finish as bottom dwellers in the division. So we will take a look to check out the playoff bracket here. Houston is the number 2 seed behind the Bengals. We got the Chiefs and Browns and the Patriots and Colts. Over in the NFC, you got Minnesota, Dallas against the Bucks, Saints versus the Washington football team, and the Rams against the Bears. Taking a look at season-ending stats, we were the 19th overall offense, and we had the number 1 defense in the league. Checking out, player stats, Deshaun Watson, who was injured majority of the season, 6 weeks, 2,400 yards, 20-8. Enrique King, able to put in 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns to 2 interceptions, and then Josh Rosen in that one game, 216, 1-1. Rushing wise, we had Marlon Mack, almost 908. Miles Sanders coming in 7-5. So solid performance there, all but 1,600 yards on the ground. Receiving wise, Will Fuller, 9-4. Isaiah Coulter, almost 9-4. Brandon Cooks, 7-2. Michael Epps, put in a lot of work there. 59 catches for 680 and 8. Miles Sanders also added 260 and 6. Even our rookie coming in clutch, 9 catches, 79 yards, 4 touchdowns. Defensively, we had Jordan Battle, our rookie strong safety, leading the way, 89 tackles, half a sack, 1 interception. Sack-wise, Trevon Walker able to come in 6.5 sacks. Really disappointed in Miles Murphy. Only 3 sacks. Interception-wise, 2 for Lonnie Johnson, 2 for Garyon Connolly. Barnett all coming in with one. So at least we're getting some sort of production out of our rookies. So I guess why not take this time? Let's take a look at the yearly awards. Lamar Jackson is your MVP. Lamar, Offense Player of the Year. Don't think anybody else. Defensive Player of the Year, Quay Walker, whoever the hell that is. All right, we had nobody representing there. Offensive Rookie, Michael. We didn't have anybody really on the offense. Defensive Rookie should have been Battle. Murphy, even with a down year, coming in with 4. Barnett as well. At 7, best quarterback went to Lamar. Running back, most likely we won't have anybody. Miles Sanders actually coming in there. Receiver, nothing. Offensive line, we got Laramie, Tunzel, and Lindstrom. D-line, nobody. Linebacker, shocker, nobody. Shouldn't have anybody here for defensive back. And what about our kick? Fairbairn able to come in at number 3. Before we get into this wild card game against the Chargers, we have some development traits to show. Stogner came out as a star dev trait. Defensively, Battle a star. And Murphy was also a star along with Barnett. So we're going to bump Barnett up to number 2. Rawson as our slot corner. All right. There we go. We got everything set up the way that we want it now. As we'll take a look to see what the Los Angeles Chargers have here as their superstars. Joey Bosa, Derwin James, Keenan Allen, all your X factors, and then Justin Herbert coming in as their lone superstar. So here we go against Los Angeles Chargers as they're moving the ball down the field at ease against this number 1 defense. 14-0 LA has the lead, 21-0. This team is absolutely destroying us as we're able to come away with 7 before halftime, down 24-7. And all right, able to keep it to a 24-7 game at halftime. 3rd and inches. Might as well just come in, try to make some magic, pick it up. That's all we want. Just pick up the first down with Miles Sanders able to pick it up and some. 15 carries for 51 yards. As the drive continues, we're down here in the red zone. 4th down, able to come away with 31-10. It is not looking for Houston as we most likely will get bounced in the wild card round. There won't be a Gauntlet run. So we'll come in here. We'll try to do a little bit something as Joey Bosa gets almost around that edge as we find Brandon Cooks for a gain of 25. Watson, not bad. 17, 24, 150 something and a touchdown. There's 5 minutes to go in this game, so really anything could happen. We get an instant touchdown, instant touchdown, and then a turnover. We're back in business. If defense needs to stand up, this is where we have a number 1 defense, and we can't get off the field. 38-24. 4th down. It is a 4th down. We're coming in. We need 5 yards as Joey Bosa is ready to breathe. Right on the back of Deshaun Watson. As we have Brandon Cooks once again. Able to catch it. Can he run and get in for the touchdown? Unable to. And were we out of bounds? I don't believe so. Red zone. Game's over. 38-24. We get bounced in the wild card round. All right, so here we go. It is Pro Bowl week as we got the Bears facing off against the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl 58. As we take a look, the Chargers were able to beat the number 1 seed 24-23 to lose 28-16 in the AFC Championship game. The Bears, able to run the gauntlet. 17-14 victory over the Rams, 30-0 over the football team after they put up 41 against the Saints. And then they beat the Buccaneers 20-7. Taking a look at the Pro Bowl roster, see if we have anybody, as we had that magical floating cell phone once again. We got nothing for quarterback, nothing running back. We don't have a fullback. Nobody for receivers, nobody tight end. Laremy Tunzel left end 2. Lindstrom right guard 2. And that is it. Nobody else making the Pro Bowl. So you might as well just get right into the draft. Well, right into off season. See what we got going on here. Even though I could have just screwed up, and if we had a 5th-year option, don't remember if we do. But checking out retirements, see if we had anybody from the Texans retire this season. I believe we're all young enough. We have nobody. So with that, we'll check out the AFC South. Maurice Pouncey finally retires after some long years. We're good on signing Brandon Cooks. We're gonna let walk. We got 64, almost 65 million in cap space. So Fletcher Cox would be huge. Yep. Throwing a bid on Neil Hunter. Get a superstar there on the defense. They want him for 3 years. Up that salary a little bit. Try to get him up there. Only in 91. Gosh, what's this man want? Bump it up to 68 million total over 3 years? Sure. Why not? 92 points, and we're now in 2nd place. Breaking it down, we're good on quarterbacks. We're good at running back. Receiver, Brandon Cooks, are the best receiver there. As we have no star devs on the team anymore. Tight ends, we're good there. About right guard. Do we have a solid up? Oh, crap. Got to re-sign Max Sharping at Hennessy 73 scheme fit. Throw a bid. Come up 93. Forrest Lamps there as well. Center. Could always upgrade there. What about right guard? Lindstrom. Good there. Right tackle. Howard's been pretty solid for us, honestly. Left end, Danielle Hunter. Really want to get that number 1. God, that's a lot of money. 90. All right. So he doesn't want that, so we can bounce that back down. Bump him up to 13. That'll make it a 71 million, 95 points. We're able to get the number 1 bid on him. Defensive tackle, Fletcher Cox would be a great addition to add to that defensive line. That'd be 3 superstars on the defensive line if we could bring in Fletcher Cox and Danielle Hunter. Right end, we're good there. Linebacker. Linebacker is one that we really want to upgrade. But for the most part, they're older guys. We don't really need to do that. Corner, big play Slay, AJ Terrell. So yeah, I mean, this majority of this class is all right. So my thoughts here: if we can land Isaiah Simmons, we are going to move him to a linebacker. Give him that 5 year. Just gonna bump it up. He deserves it. One hell of a player. 44.8 million, 97 points. Puts us in number 2. We don't want to spend all our money. We still have 2 more years. 48 million. Does that give us that number 1 bid? 102 points. And we got the number 1 bid right now. So between Danielle Hunter and Isaiah Simmons, if we can at least land one of them, I'll be happy. So we were able to bring in Isaiah Simmons and Hennessy, unable to bring in Danielle Hunter. Kind of sucks, but hey, is what it is. Got 52 million still. I was gonna say if Fletcher Cox was still there, we were gonna go try to grab him, as might as well just try to bring in Jalen Rager. Be a decent addition. Uche as well. So yeah, try to bring in Rager there in the second round of free agency. Able to get him. So might as well just send him up here to the draft and take a look, see what we got going. We pick in the 20s. We got pick 24. So definitely want to look cornerback.
The Texans are now on the clock.
And linebacker is still on our list, especially on the outside. Looking at it right there, Stephen Hicks could be a very, very suitable one. So there, DeAndre Hazleton could be one. JD Jet. All right, mid-second rounder. Might be able to trade back into the beginning of the second. Pull him. Or we also got Jaquez Greenwood, early third rounder. We might be able to grab their second. So got a few options here. Really like to see more corners, as we also have Tevin Monk, 5th round projected with first round talent. So that could be an option as well, but most likely later in the draft. But that is going to do it. That's where we're going to leave off here in episode 3. Make sure on the screen, there's my Instagram, Twitch, Facebook. Make sure to jump over there. All the links are down below in the description. My Discord's down there as well, where you can talk to me all the time. Make sure jump over to those pages, drop the follows, and while you're at it and you're still here on the channel, make sure, if you're new, to hit that subscribe button with the little bell icon on. That way you're alerted every time I post new content. And help me out, hit those likes. Likes help boost the videos throughout the YouTube algorithm. And drop those comments, where I personally respond to every single one of them. But until next time, thanks for stopping by. Philly's out.